Hi and welcome to day 5 of week 9 of training cycle 1 of 2021. Today was a fun day. I was out snowboarding. I snowboarded for about, I would say 5 or 6 hours, probably closer to 5. It felt like 6, but maybe it was 5.5, whatever. At least 5 hours of snowboarding today, which obviously that uses your leg muscles. So I was a bit fatigued, but I still nailed the squat. Boom. It was powerful, and it was a bit slow out of the hole, but that's because I misgrooved it. I was too far to the left, so my left leg took the brunt of the force. Then I kind of got back into the center and drove it back up. So even with bad form, I got the squat, which means that it's not the kind of bad form to where I'm compensating for everything. It's a misgroove, basically. So I misgrooved the squat, and still I got it easily. So that is just proof that I can go up to 115 next week. And I think at this point, people will start believing me in the fact that my lifetime best is 120. I never lied about that. The bench was hard, though, as you just saw. It's a tricep weakness for sure. It flies out of the bottom. Not flies, but figuratively speaking, it flies out of the bottom. Then I get to the mid-range, which is basically shoulders. Then it slows down significantly, and it's also slow at the lockout, which is basically triceps. So I'm weak in the triceps and the shoulders, and probably even the chest on the bench press. Fuck it, I'm weak everywhere. I need to get stronger everywhere, but I don't see that as a problem. I'm starting to gain weight now, so the bench should be going. Here's where the workout gets bad, though. Last week I hit a lifetime personal record of 150. Today I tried 152.5. It moved, but I couldn't lift it. No way. I have already figured out my weak links. And this is going to sound weird, but it's less glutes and less hamstrings and less lower back than you might think. It's mainly grip. I tried it with straps and I got it, but that's not the point. The point is, by the way, I know straps don't count. I don't count this as a lift. This is not my lifetime personal record deadlift. This is a separate lift, deadlift with straps. I just wanted to do this to prove to you that the grip is the limiting factor. And my glutes and hamstrings and spinal erectors are strong enough. But even with this, see that? Back round, legs straighten. What does that mean? Hamstrings. It means lower to mid back. Those things are weak for me. I can't fucking deny that. But it is mainly weak grip that is the cause of this deadlift. Basically, even with the kind of trash form that I have, if I would have had a iron grip, I could have just deadlifted that weight from the beginning. However, I'll probably have to adjust my training programming around more than just my grip in order for me to kind of hit the kind of weights that I want to hit. So here is me deadlifting, or not deadlifting, but doing a double overhand hold with 100. Notice how good my form was. Alright, I know how to deadlift properly. I had a guy in my comments who was talking about my bad form, and I don't think he understands that on a maximum lift, your body compensates, and I'm weakest in the regions that make your deadlift look terrible if you're weak in. Right? Weak hamstrings, weak lower back, weak grip. Those three things are going to cause arm bend, back bend, bar drifting forward, and knees locking out before hips, rounded back, all right? Everything that causes bad form in my deadlift is not due to me not knowing how to deadlift. Look at this deadlift. 112.5. Perfect. The reason my deadlift is ugly as fuck is because I have muscular weaknesses. I try to compensate and put all the weight on my structures of my back instead, and let my spine collapse down onto my lungs and let my lungs hold up and prop up the weight a bit. That's really what I'm doing. But that's not because I don't know how to deadlift, all right? That's because when I do an absolute maximum, my body will do the movement pattern that it is strongest in, which is an ugly movement pattern due to my muscular weaknesses. So, what do I have to do next week? Well, first of all, we've got recovery, we've got diet, and we've got training. So recovery-wise, next week I am going to be dedicated to sleeping 8 hours every single night. I will never sleep under 8 hours the whole next week. I will attempt to sleep 10 hours tonight, but on weekdays I will sleep absolute minimum 8 hours. Diet-wise, I need to increase my calories a bit. I'm already gaining weight, but I need to gain a little bit of weight by next week. I need to gain, 200 grams of weight, something like that, on my average weight, which is more difficult than just my 1 day weight. So with 200 grams, that would put me at, this is a difficult math, that's like a 1,500, 1,600 calorie surplus, but spread throughout the week. So next week I need to eat probably 1,600, 1,700 calories over my maintenance for the whole week. So that's diet, which I'm going to do. Training wise, I need to strengthen primarily my grip, which I will do by the deadlift holds. I'll start at 115 next week. I'll do holds with that because that will be more than 3 seconds and less than 10 seconds, which is perfect. Double overhand. And I also need to train my hamstrings and my back more. The problem is my rows are already like at the limits of what my back can handle. So I think what I'm going to do next week is make the rows a bit harder. I'm not going to reset in between every rep, all right? That thing where I dip down, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to adjust my rows a bit. I'm going to add a rep again. I'm going to add grip work, and we will see what I deadlift next week. If it doesn't work, if I fail 2 weeks in a row, I will have to adjust my training program. But a one-off, 1 week in a row like this, that's fine. Sorry, I've rambled for a long time. Actually, this isn't rambling. This is quality talk. So, sorry, it's a black screen for you guys. But anyway, thank you and goodbye.